Welcome to the Neko Alpha Show, coming to you direct from Tokyo. We are bringing you the latest and freshest Japan related NFT alpha and more from the United Neko Alliance here on the ground in the largest city in all of human history, as I say so often. I'm Reno. I'm here with my co founders and co hosts.
Hey, Neil here. Hi, everybody.
Hi, this is Steve. Now-san, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm Nao.
Yeah, so today we're talking with Nao from Usagiduck, founder and artist behind Usagiduck. Welcome to
Yes.
the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and so before we start, of course, always please remember that none of what we talk about here is financial advice. Please do your own research. This is just our commentary, our info sharing, and hopefully it's fun and a little bit entertaining. So at this point, we're going to get right into the interview. No more waiting. I'm going to turn it over to Neil to get things started with Nao from Usagiduck.
So now it's great to meet you in person the other day at the crypto
Yeah.
bar in Tokyo.
So great
It
to meet
is
you. It's just really by chance to meet you.
yeah, and isn't it's so cool that we have a crypto bar in Tokyo, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. We usually the Web3 is almost everything is happening on the online, but the offline place is really crucial to meet people in person and building some relationship with.
Yeah, so when I met you, I didn't realize, because we were meeting in Tokyo, I didn't realize that you're not actually living in Tokyo. So I found out afterwards that you are living in the US. So tell me a little bit about how you ended up in the US and how you got started in NFTs.
Yeah, I'm still living in it. I moved to US 4 years ago. Then I actually got back US 2 days later. So I have been doing some art as an artist, and I sometimes selling my art to the local art market, and I have some in-person fans for the particular Usagi Duck art. And also, I have been interested in some immersive technologies, and the Web3 is one of that. Then, by thinking about how the NFT helps artists and creators in the future, I decided to dive into this NFT and Web3 world with the Usagidak, which I have been working on for 1 year and selling the art at the local market in Silicon Valley.
So tell me a little bit about that background of Usagi Duck. How did you come up with that kind of character?
The good question. So the Usagidak uh, is currently their NFT project that I lead and create. And however, this character itself is not only for the NFT, but also I studied this character more than a year ago. So that was just my doodle. It's really random doodle because I really love to draw something. Then my husband find it and then he really love it. So I was just drawing and creating something for him. But some days, some months later, he suggested me to selling some art stuff and making some merchandises and selling it at the local market. So then I did it, and immediately I got some a really tight fans from the local. Then I decided to dive into the NFT and the Web3 world with this character.
So you developed the character about a year ago, but you just dove into the NFT space recently. Maybe just
Yes. Mhm.
tell us a little bit about what you were doing with the character before that. You said you had a lot of fans. Maybe just
Oh
explain
yeah,
that and your journey from that point to the NFT
yeah, of course.
area. Yeah.
So at first, that was just my doodle on the canvas with the acrylic paint. So then I just like a painting on the canvas with the acrylic paint and give it to my friends and my families. And then I decided to exhibit one of my acrylic paint of Usagidak. at the local art market. So then I found that the random person is just stop it by in front of the Usagiduck paint, and they say, how much is it? But at that time, I didn't sell it because I was just exhibited it. So then I decided to expand this project more. So the next month's art market, I draw 5 or 6 kind of paintings and sell it and sold it the local art market in San Jose. And all of them were sold to the London person who just stopped it by our booth. Then I was actually really surprised because it was very first time that my paint itself is sold to someone. So then I really like moved, and also like I want to do something with this character, and this character might have something. So then I'm like drawing and dreaming like a picture book or story behind it, and then I started to like dreaming to make this character to be a brand, like Hello Kitty and Gudetama and Rilakkuma. There are so many cute characters in Japan, and I have been surrounded by these cute characters. So it's really like a natural things that I started to dreaming this character to be like that. So this is kind of my short story of Sagiducks. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Your art piece sort of turned into, from just selling art one by one, you started to see that it was resonating with people, and you started to have a vision and a dream for your brand. On your Twitter, it says we're all going to make plush together. So are you talking about plush toys? Is that like making figures and selling
Yes.
it in? Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, I think some of you and most of you perhaps that makes sense why I want to make plushes so much. However, as like a cute character lovers, the process is one of the iconic things that the character looks so popular. So, for example, like Hello Kitty and Pokemon, so they have these specific merchandise stores, and usually, some of the wall is packed with the plushes. And I think that many of people is just buying plushes because it's so cute, and also I am also the one of the person who buy cute plushes so much, and I sleep with some of my plushes every day. So they makes me so happy. So as because of because I have those experience, I want to make Usagi Duck plush and hope it would be adapted to many of people in the world and make them happy.
How do you plan to release the plushies and sell them and get them out to people?
Yeah, so I just get some income from the initial sales. So now I can start to ask some plastic factory to make plastic together. So I actually have made like a handmade plastic made by me. So based on this process, I'm gonna make some pattern, and yeah, and probably with the project company, and sell it to the mostly for the holders, and then like asking to some local shops and online shop to to take our process in their stores.
It's great. Keep us informed. Let us know when that happens.
Yeah, and ideally, I want to collaborate with some of their plastic company to make more process and make more like a sustainable production.
It's great.
So going back to the NFT now, first of all,
Mhm.
congratulations. We should really have probably started there, but your NFT you just minted. You
Oh
just
yeah, I
finished
just
minting
did it.
this weekend, right? So congratulations
Yeah,
on that.
thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how the minting experience went for you, and also I'm really curious to hear I picked up a couple, but it was the first ones
Thank
I
you.
bought on Optimism. So tell us a little bit
Yeah.
about why your NFT ended up on Optimism.
Yeah, so good questions. So as Neil says, our Usagiduck NFT is released on the Optimism. It's a layer 2 Ethereum chain. That's yeah. So it's the reason why we choose the Optimism chain is because that chain is getting popular these days, but the NFT market is not so hyped yet. So actually, this Usagiduck project is called Cats Network, which is made by Japanese also. So and their project was really success, and then they decided to help the individual artists like me to do the Genesis NFTs. So then actually, they choose their Optimism for the launch, Optimism chain for the launch because of that reason. Because it's really getting popular, but not yet any good NFTs.
So you're one of the first collections on the Optimism chain, or one of the first really good ones.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really like I've seen many like several like a 4 to 6. I don't know. Maybe it's on the like a Genesis project. It started just for this 2 weeks actually. So, but it's still really like a just started. So there are some like a opti punks or something. These kind of like a how to say it's kind of legacy types of project on the
They're
network.
derivatives, right? Derivative
Yeah,
projects.
yeah. So in there, it's getting some sort of popular country, but I would say this is kind of Usagiduck is the first project that is owned by the artist, and the project has the legit plan for the future.
Cool.
Well, congratulations on the mint. Unfortunately, I wasn't one, but I'd love to buy one on the secondary. Uh, is that possible?
Yes, of course. There is the specific marketplace for the Optimism chain. It calls the Quizosic, the Quizosic.io. So you can buy our collection at the market. And also, the Tofu NFT is also one of the choices for purchasing NFTs on Optimism chain.
Yeah, we'll put those links in the description. So now, what are your thoughts on the Japan NFT scene versus where you living usually in California?
Um, yeah, so I actually surprised at how the Japanese individual artists interested in NFTs. So maybe Neil is also have heard like her experiences, but in my community in US, it's like a handmade like individual artist community, local artist community in US. I think most of the artists don't like or hate NFT because it looks really like for the investment purposes, and they might feel it's like a people is not respect the artists in that field. But
Yeah,
in Japan, I think I still there are so that many people who hate NFT, but there are many like individual artists who do their own in the NFT.
yeah, that's a good point. I know I think I know what you mean because I've we experience that with our weekly spaces. We have literally hundreds of Japanese creators joining our spaces, and there's so many people that are excited about creating NFTs. Yet,
Yeah.
the market's very small in Japan, right? So it's very
Mm-hmm.
early, and in the U.S. there's like really big projects, really big
Mm-hmm.
collections that have become really famous. So when people compare a small artist collection to big famous projects, it seems like Japan is behind. But I think you hit on something really important, like the sort of the attitude of like the community, like yeah, it's okay, it's fun, let's make NFTs, and even if it's very small, I feel like the community's really building up in
Mm.
Japan. Did you get that
Yeah,
feeling on your trip?
I think so. Yeah, because like for the collectible, there are many people, including artists, is talking about NFTs, and also some of the Japanese artists. I have talked to them in my Twitter space. They're like they're completely different from the like a web technology world. So they actually don't know anything about the blockchain technology itself, but they are really like exciting about the NFT and its community, and they are dreaming about some future that the NFT technology would help them to achieve their big goal. So this altitude is really like I feel like a difference in compared to US artist community.
Yeah, it's so artist driven. Of course, there's like, there's some collections in Japan, and there's a lot of good technical people too on the Web3 side. So I think that's all going to come together. But I think, as you're pointing out, like just the number of creators that are excited about
Yeah,
making
like it's
NFTs and
really
talking to
handmade.
each other,
Mm-hmm.
a- and there's such a community feeling on Twitter too, right? With the artists supporting each other and collaborating. Have you noticed that too?
Yeah, I collaborate with the individual Japanese artists in the Usagiduck too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah, really? Yeah. So I just like I asked them to collaborate together. So I asked them to design one of the Usagiduck upper parts. So I integrate their apparatus to my Genesis art.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we saw an example of that. We had a Twitter Spaces with the Yama NFT project,
Oh
which is four
yeah,
different
they
artists,
are.
and we talked
Mm-hmm.
about it. And I noticed that they did a collaboration with you.
Yes, yes. So they are
With
so yeah
yeah,
supportive. Mm-hmm.
that was really cool. I'm looking at it right now on Twitter. It's a really
Oh, thank you.
nice version of your Usagi duck.
Oh yeah, like artists help artists is one of the important things to like make and grow this community.
Yeah, they said on the Spaces that you guys kind of met each other on a Twitter Spaces that they were
Ye-
doing,
Yes.
and
Oh, they mentioned it too.
yeah, they had to say about that.
Oh,
So
nice.
so you feel like you've been able to really connect with artists here in Japan and connect with them and
Yeah,
collaborate easily.
I think so. I'm
Hmm.
actually because of the time zone, I guess. I'm not so like connected with the Japanese artists so much. So the people from Yama is really one of the like, rare people that I could connect to them, because like they just come to me from themselves. So, but I think by watching the Japanese artists sing day by day, I found they have some good connection and good network and community. So I think it's maybe easy to like collaborate with them. Yeah, and I think they are really open to everything and open to new people.
That's great. That seems like a really good example of what we've found as well. Talking to so many creators in Japan, there's a really
Hmm.
great community, really nice positive vibe and
Yeah, it's really what have
collaboration
a
vibe. Yeah.
positive vibe. Yeah, collaboration vibes are. I actually think the NFT is really bad now, but actually the prices of the Japanese individual uh, NFT is not going down so much as the other investment purposes NFT. So this I actually it's already proven how the local and tight community is strong.
That's a really good
Yeah,
point.
I think that's a good point. Yeah. So you're heading to NFT NYC, right?
Oh yes,
And do you tell us about your plans there? What are you planning to check out in New York?
cool. So our Usagiduck project, I would say project is the Web3 and Web2 hybrid character brand project. Why is the main is we're gonna start to work hard on the traditional Web2 marketing and making merchandise and making books, web comics, and apples, this kind of traditional work, as well as we're gonna go to the some metaverse and making some assets, and eventually we want to be the first a cute asset land in the metaverse. So for the NFT New York, I already have some interesting meetings with some NFT creators and also metaverse creators. So my one of my goal is find a collaboration project to do something in metaverse and also collaborate with the some influencers and the project owners of the cute uh, Genesis project, and eventually I want to collab with them, and also I want to seek some project members. So during this trip, so I might ask, I'm gonna ask some NFT people to introduce me some good people to actually study this project as an DL project.
Cool. Are you involved in any other NFT communities other than your own?
Oh yes, so I would help the Galbars the most at the next weeks. And also I have the Wonder Pulse and the BFFs and Friends with You. So I might say hi to those communities too. But the Galbars is one of my commitment because the founder Emmy is my long friend. So yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we're looking forward to interviewing Emmy at some point too.
Oh cool, yeah. She's actually my university senior. So we have been friends for almost 8 or 9 years, I guess.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I met her in Tokyo maybe a month ago.
Oh nice.
There's a collaboration project going on with a big US based project.
Oh
So
that's
that was, yeah, it's
cool.
really cool. I met the team. I met a few of them. So yeah, it was really
Mm.
great. So
Yeah, she's really doing everything so well. So
yeah,
yeah, she's actually one of my like a personal advisor about this project. So she's really helping me a lot.
wow,
Oh,
that's
that's
great.
great.
Another great example of the good vibe
Oh
going on in the space
yes,
here,
like
right?
our
Yeah,
artists, each other helping each other, yeah, and
yeah,
also it's old friend.
fantastic. So yeah, we'll both be there. So hopefully we'll have a chance to connect with you in New York.
Yeah, of course. I have
So
actually almost no plan there. I just talked to Emmy to walking around the show, and we might have like a same meeting together and having lunch. So yeah, let's hit
nice.
me up. So I'm pretty open.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Let's try to meet up in New York.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
that sounds good.
I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Great.
So now let's wrap it up and let you get back to your life. But let's end with a message for your Usagi Duck fans.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy now, actually. Even the meeting is not going well, actually, but I'm so happy because I could get over 2,000 holders during this uh, project already. So, and most of people and because people is really like exciting about the Usagiduck itself because it's cute and they love my vision to be a character brand, the hybrid character brand. So thank you and thank you so much for like supporting me so much. So my project is not revealed yet. So and the reveal day is just coming to the next week, day before the NFT New York. So now I'm working hard to make to deliver you really cool art. So and for this project stream, it's really big. Is is like want to be like a global IP character, not only Web3 but also Web2 and the physical space. So this project might take some time, but I have really responsible for it. So I'm showing my face and showing my name and my like experience. So I really have responsible for this project to like to do something continuously, even the Web3 market is so bad. So like I hope you get excited about this project, and I hope you're like holding this Usagiduck and asking your fans to interested in this character yourself, and eventually we want to make something together with the community.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to the reveal on my two Usagi ducks. And you mentioned that there was like some hiccups with the mint, and everybody's got so many projects have hiccups with the mint. But to be honest, when I've never minted anything on Optimism before, and the bridging from ETH to Optimism was like incredibly smooth. And then the mint
Yes.
itself was like, I clicked the mint button and it was like, oh, it minted. It was like 3 seconds. Like this is like,
Yeah, it's
like
so
it's
fast
so,
and the gas is
it was
so
so
low
fast
too.
and so smooth.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good mint experience from my point of view.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
agree with
so
you. Hmm.
thank you so much for joining us, and I hope we get to hook up in New York, and
Yeah, yeah,
um,
let's have some lunch
very
or
excited
something
about
together.
the reveal. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
New York.
so
It's going to be exciting. I'm
yeah,
so excited for
yeah,
the show is going to be awesome.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm so like I'm actually want to like clue my like want to say me in back some a month ago, don't do this actually because it's so busy for I'm an artist, so making art and also like a doing presentation of this project and taking care of that community, so super hard to be
It's
honest.
gonna be crazy. It's gonna be busy. But
Yeah,
that's kind of what it's all about, isn't it? This space. It's kind of a crazy space, but it's so much fun
yes,
too.
yeah, I love to see many crazy people in this space.
Great.
All right. Thank you so
Okay,
much. Now
yeah, thank you so much.
we'll be in touch soon.
Thanks now.
Okay, let me drop off. Have a good night.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Okay.
Good
Good
night.
night. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay, that's great. That was Nao. Thanks so much to Nao from Usagiduck for joining us. Sounds like she's really busy, has a lot going on, so we really appreciate her taking the time. All the links to her Twitter accounts and project will be in the show description below. So definitely check that out. Give her a follow. And for those of you heading off to NFT NYC, it sounds like she'll be there as well. So you might have a chance to meet up. For us, of course, our regular plugs are, of course, this show, the NEKO-ALPHA show. Please give us a subscribe and a like, and stay tuned for the next videos coming very, very soon. We go live almost, next week might be hard to go live if our team is traveling, but we generally go live every Thursday every Thursday morning here in Japan. Varies a little bit on the time, but we're always tweeting about it to make sure people know. So check out the show. Also, every week we do regular weekly spaces. Tuesday mornings, Japan time. Monday evenings in North America. So check that out. Of course, give us a follow on Twitter, and we're on Instagram too if you're into that sort of thing. And yeah, gentlemen, anything else you guys want to mention before we close it out?
Thanks for joining. Yeah, see you next time.
Yeah, thanks.